Colleen has decided to join us today. Welcome
Oh.
to No Mr. Sisters, right? Aren't we No Mr.
No,
Sisters?
Mr. Sisters.
Yep.
Still
No.
looking good,
Still-
feeling fine.
We dressed.
We did. Wait.
Dressed.
Mame did do my hair because I look like George Washington.
It was,
I get these.
we went out to breakfast. I was sitting across from her, and she was like backlit, and it was so curly, like all around here, and I kept wanting to do that so
I
bad.
mowed the lawn yesterday, okay? And then I washed the hair and went to sleep. I didn't go to sleep. I just
was okay.
did my shit.
I really love that. What is it? We don't care anymore. What's that? What's that club?
We Don't Care Club.
We Don't
Is it
Care?
We Don't Care?
Do I have to look it up?
I think it's We Don't Care Club.
We Don't Care Club.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
WDCC.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Look it up.
Yeah. We were
They say it's for perimenopausal, which I don't know what the fuck that is. Or menopausal.
Peri.
Is pre the same as peri? Because I just go to Perry the Platypus from is 101 days of summer vacation.
I don't know if it's the same Perry. It might be I instead of Y, but I can't spell, so it doesn't matter. But no, it's probably not the same. But it doesn't matter. It's all the same shit.
It's for women. It's not menopausal.
You know, it should be like
it should be after children or after a certain age women. It doesn't have to do with hot flashes. The We Don't Care is like my hair is messy in the back. We Don't Care Club.
It's more like the fat 40 and I don't give a fuck. But I didn't say that. So anyway, we've been on hiatus.
Grandpa's Hyena.
Hyena. Yeah, right?
A great movie.
Oh my God.
16 Candles.
She's telling the poor 20-something-year-old what to watch. He was
we
like,
went out to breakfast
what?
this morning with the ladies.
What?
And 20-year-old
How did you not hear of that?
waiter that looked like 30. He had the mustache and they have mustaches in elementary school now.
No, yeah,
must be from the hormones and the chicken.
It was.
But he looked old. He
did look much older. Like I thought when Amy said 22, I was like, boy, is she in a good mood today. She's
really razzing him.
She has chosen to be a nice person today. So I went, okay.
She was messing with him.
Oh, I thought she
because I was going 32.
I was just like, wow, she's being sweet. All right, good for her.
But
so
he was apparently 20.
When he said that, I was like, oh, he's messing with us. He's messing with it. He doesn't want to get hit on or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, let's worry about that,
You know.
Mr. Mustache.
No. That was.
But so he came up and so they were starting to make drink orders, and somebody said something and it sounded better to me than what I had ordered. And then I always flash back to Lucy. And if you haven't seen I Love Lucy, then take a word from me. Go, run, don't walk. Look up I Love Lucy, and it's in black and white. And one of the good ones, besides the chocolate one, where she's working at a chocolate factory, is the one where she's in Hollywood and she's ordering dinner. And it's a typical woman on a good day, I think.
No, yeah. You're just out, you're having a good, you're
going to eat, and you're like, I'll have a burger. And then the next person orders and they're like, I'm gonna have a steak. And you're like, oh, you know what? I think I'll have a steak. And the next person orders, and they're like, I'm gonna have a lamb chop. And you're like,
I haven't had a lamb chop.
Gosh, are they good here? You know what? I'm gonna have a lamb chop. And you do that whole thing, and then at the end, you're like, you know what? I really came for the hamburger. I'd like to go back to the hamburger.
It's like 80% of the time with you now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we'll get halfway around the table and we're like, all right, Lucy, just make up your mind. Make up your mind.
But it's a great show. I Love Lucy is classic.
It's a good show.
And we pull.
Simple.
If our words are not from 16 Candles or a John Hughes film, or a When Harry Met Sally kind of thing, then or like Gut Mail, Whoopi. It's from I Love Lucy, or
And then the other one says that didn't watch it. So I'm just gonna say
our age. Lucy, there's got to be
Well, Lucy was in the like before us, but that it
way
was
before,
reruns.
yeah. Well, she had her new show in the 60s, but she was not like really, it was like the Lucy
was-
show.
yeah.
It wasn't I
Yeah.
Love Lucy.
It was not as good, but
Fantastic.
so that was
All
it.
right.
So
So that was morning. So here, welcome to our show about nothing.
yeah, because I have absolutely nothing to talk about.
Oh, but we've been on hiatus. That's where we were.
Hiatus.
We went to Hyena.
Hyena.
'Cause that's-
Grandpa's hyena.
Watch the damn movie.
It's a good movie.
16 Candles, Grandpa's Hyena.
Yeah.
Long Duck Dong, the Donga. The Donga need food. Come on!
He doesn't have an accent at all.
My
In real
first
life.
Korean.
Yeah. He doesn't have an accent at all. It's very disappointing.
Again.
Again, he was
Who
a good
would've known?
actor.
Because he had an all-American style
Oh,
girlfriend.
American Star Girlfriend was awesome. I love She did a great job.
Yeah,
She's good.
She was good
Yeah.
too.
Anyway, go check it out because then maybe you'll understand what the hell's going on here.
Yeah, maybe,
So-
and from now on probably because that's
Yeah.
where we refer back to.
No, I don't even know what we've been doing. I know there was
She's
prom.
a working girl.
I work.
Another good movie.
No, I didn't. That was less my favorite. I love
It's a
Harrison.
it's got reference, and it was before Alec Baldwin was.
And so no, so I've been working. So I'm adulting. I'm
Mm.
not totally in on the adulting thing now. So
We've
I'm
decided she's going to be
inching
Mr.
on.
Incredible,
yeah.
and we're not
I'm
going to
having
go
a
any
tough time.
further. You should know about Mr. Incredible's other job besides being a superhero.
I'm gonna deny everything. I'm just gonna deny whatever she says. It's a big fat lie.
I'm a compulsive liar.
And I didn't say that. I didn't tell her that at all.
No, it was my own assumption.
Yeah, she's just assuming. I love whatever
I-
we've got going on.
I do too.
I don't know how to get it off.
I like it because the beaver keeps shimmering. It's like a shimmering beaver.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, it's silver beavers.
Maybe we should change it to beavers.
That too.
Shivering beavers
It's
in
that
the
too.
winter.
Oh yeah. Too much time on the beaver.
Mm.
So, yeah. So
Yeah.
we so
Okay, so
it's
she's
and
adulting.
that's interrupted a bit because now I don't
A
have
lot.
like regular days.
We can't just
I'm not a lady
phone
of
name.
I'm not a lady of leisure.
Which
I'm giving back to the community.
Yes. Yes.
I'm giving
Yeah.
back shit to the community. Giving back
You're giving
my
back
little sparkle.
and learning so much.
My sparkle I'm sharing with the world again.
Learning so much. We're
And-
learning so much about the community.
And I'm gonna say that they either love me or they don't like me. And I think that's where I sit. And that's
And it
okay.
depends on what time of the day that is.
It really does. And it really does. But I will explain if I'm getting it's like, okay, it's 5:00, haven't eaten. So I'm
We've been
hungry. I'm hungry. Excuse me, but we got to get this done. So, but that's just
It's a new world with millennials. See, you've got at
It
the
is.
workplace, you've
It's
got
so
the
much
older,
different.
the Gen Xers, and the baby boomers, and they're all like either retiring, or on their way to retirement.
everybody I know retired,
Okay.
and I'm coming back in. So now
So-
there are a few very nice older
And
that
the-
have been there a long time,
but the finish
and
line
they
is there.
sympathize with me.
Yes, but the
They
finish line is
literally
there.
pretty
It's
much
right there.
just go, be okay.
We've got our
It'll
time.
be
Bide your
okay.
time.
It'll be okay. It'll
Bide
be
your
okay.
time. Hold
And-
your breath.
And I
And
I
then
come
you've got the
home.
millennials that are all they just do things so differently.
It's
And it's something that I don't think a Gen Xer can understand because it's the least amount of effort with the most amount of
I don't. To
bang.
tell you the truth, I don't. I'm sitting there going, I don't know if there's actually there's working. I was trying to think of that. You just said it, and I go, I've got like I know Gen Xers working in the hospital, but I don't know if there's actually any Gen Xers. They're either older or they're
Yeah.
millennials. And so maybe they're smarter or they've just like, I'm not gonna do this. I don't know. It's a weird thing. We'll figure it out.
Educate. I wonder how many are like college educated Gen X. Like, not saying that they were not all educated, but I'm wondering if we're more of a trade.
So there's like the night shift. I think maybe they have some genders, you know. But I don't know.
So we're
I don't know.
learning.
I don't know everybody that
We're
good.
learning through her
I'm
community
still
hours.
learning. I'm still keeping my mouth shut as much as I can and trying to under the radar. I don't need to. I don't need to share too much. I don't
Yeah.
need to do that.
Yeah.
They can
Just blend in.
They can find it out with little scraps.
She is giving them nice little tidbits about how
I
life used to be
just
in the
every
nursing
once
world.
in a while have little anxiety attacks, and I think it shows. My petticoats will show every once in a while. I'll be like,
Well, I don't think people
So-
think that far ahead.
no, I don't know. It could be just my traumas, life traumas, that I just go, nobody else has had that trauma, so nobody else worries about it.
Welcome. I live there.
Yeah.
It's never happened to me before. That is something that I have had throughout my whole life. That's
Somebody
never-
will say that.
Somebody will always tell me. I've had even business situations where I go, I'd like this. I fed like American Express. I wanted to purchase off of. I was handling a multi-million-dollar client, and they had a ton of American Express points. And
Yeah.
this was back in the 90s.
when points actually matter.
Yeah, late 90s. No, late 90s. Yeah, late 90s.
Yeah. No, it had to have
No.
been mid 90s.
No, it was around 2000, 2001, because it was around 9/11.
Okay.
Anyway, so it was a Christmas, and he had a shit ton of points, and I was like, you know what? Let's just use your points to get American Express cards for your employees. Brilliant
Yes.
idea.
Yes.
Went to the American Express, said, we can't do that. I said, well, why not? And they said, we've never done that before. And I was like, I just want to take your points and exchange them from America. We've never done that before. Well, is there a way of doing it?
Maybe
not
you
at
could
this
make
point
a
in time.
suggestion and become employee of the month. How about that?
I just wanted what I wanted.
I know.
But it happens
wanted
with
the-
everything. Oh, we've never had that type of cancer. Oh, well, no.
I know.
Well,
that's how
they
this-
had the cancer. They just didn't have that type of skin, I guess.
That's how this started, was because every time you'd say a story, somebody'd
Oh.
say, that's really? That's what you did when you were a kid? That's what you
Which I was thinking about another thing.
Yeah.
Okay, not only did we go to the yacht basin and ask Dad where the alligator was,
Marina. Yeah.
so we could jump in the water on the other dock, because
Important.
apparently alligators don't travel. But I was
It's never more than one or two. That always, for
when
sure.
we were putting shit away yesterday, I was like, I kept seeing the snake holes in your yard,
Yeah.
and I wanted to do what I did when I was little. I had a sudden urge of taking a stick and shoving it in the hole, and I was like, you know how many times we did that?
Yeah, sure.
Dad never said, like, be
Don't
careful,
do it.
there's a snake there, it might irritate it, it'll come back and bite you on the ankle or anything. It was, yeah, get a stick, shove it in the hole as many times as you can, like, there was no,
No parenting.
well, he was right there. I guess he would have taken us or sucked the venom out and spit it.
No. Probably a little
How does it-
gasoline. Rub it with some
Yeah,
gasoline.
rub it-
Throw some mercure crumb on it.
Turpentine.
Tiny little turpentine.
Turpentine.
No,
But I mean, like, it was an instinct. I
Are
just
you
want to
gonna-
put a,
he had 4. So
Yeah.
what was the chances?
I
What
always
was
have
the
to think
chances?
about,
As long as the prince was
the crown.
a little further behind, it was fine.
I
But
do
most of
think
those
about
were
that.
crab holes. Most of those were crab holes. So we're not
Probably.
snake holes. Now
Probably.
these out here, probably snake holes.
And I don't run fast, so
Yeah.
I told myself, don't put the stick in the hole. Don't do it.
See, I thought you were going to say you would throw some gas and light it on fire, because
Oh.
that's what I thought you were going to
No,
do.
I know my abilities, and I would spill the gasoline all over me and then light the match, and I would go on fire and not the grass. So I I stay away from things like fire except when I'm putting a candle down
Yeah.
my blouse. Other than that, I have stayed away from fire.
Probably a good thing. I don't think the candle thing work quite the same way anymore.
It might go down easier.
It's
I don't
not
know,
funny.
I don't know what I
It's
was
not
thinking.
funny.
It wasn't a candle holder.
No, I don't know.
It
So
was a party drink. I'm sure it was
you've
for
been
a free
busy
drink.
too, though. You've been busy.
Yes, I've been doing vaginal studies. There's
But
always that handful of people that have to tell me that stuff. Mhm.
no, but you've been busy. Little darlings have kept you
It's
busy.
the end of the year
Yeah.
for school, and I'm going to tell you right now that it becomes hell at about May. I
Yeah,
think.
because all the teachers decide to teach.
They decide, yeah,
They
because they've
start
got to
worrying.
finish,
They start worrying about people's grades all of a
and
sudden.
how much of a curve they're going to have to give at the final because they forgot to teach them
You-
half the stuff they were supposed to, and
you
none of
have
the kids go to school anymore. So
you have to pick out your classes and then pick them out several
3 more
times after.
times because the counselor forgot to tell you this. It wasn't signed
Yeah.
here. It's a business. School's a business, so when your kid dual enrolls, they don't count for money if they're not there in the morning to be in attendance, and then they go to dual enrollment, which they don't get any money. The college isn't getting money for them because they're dual enrolled. So
Do you know?
nobody really likes your child.
Do you know
so-
why they're not teaching? I believe it because they're too busy making phone calls on where the children are not. If they would just entertain the children, they'd spend less time making phone calls because I cannot tell you how many parents' phones go off and they go, "Oh, it's the school. My kid's not
Oh,
there."
the alerts are
And you're-
now that it's automated.
Yeah.
Though. It's automated. I don't know who punches in what, but
And I'm like,
you get 3.
Oh my
You get a
God.
text,
No,
a
there
phone
are
call,
no-
and an email.
there's no children in school. I'm
Per
convinced.
period.
I'm convinced. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
So
And then, and so they're picking classes, not getting into classes, picking new classes, not getting into those classes, and then they pick more classes. Then everybody's finding out that they're not going to graduate or whatever because they didn't do something in 10th grade. Then we've got all the people graduating. Oh, and we had a highlight. Had our girls flag football team
that was fun.
that my youngest is in went all the way to the Final Four for state, and
That was a Tampa weekend,
yeah, and so they were the underdog.
which
by-
was
we
they
were-
did
It was
so
first,
good.
second, third, and then we were number 25 and had made it all the way there, 19-0.
Only
and-
only team to be undefeated, and they were 25, and 1, 2, and 3 had lost at least one game, and the one that was 3, they had lost like twice, but
So we came in as the underdog. We gave a good fight, but it was our first time there, so I'm going to give them that.
yeah,
The other
they
ones
did
had
good.
been there several times.
Yes,
We don't know how one of them had been there twice because this was their first year they stated having won the districts and the regionals.
Oh.
So it doesn't make sense how they got there before.
it's funny math,
So
but
there's
that's fine. They did good. They did good. They lost it in the first 2 minutes and tried the rest of the time to
Catch
and
up.
and they were on it, and it's just
You know what?
But
Our
it's fine.
team, our rusher figured it out. And God love her, she figured it out as fast as she could, but it took too long.
so fun. It's a fun
And the
sport.
rest of our girls got situated because it was indoor, it had lights, it
was
had
fun.
fake turf, all things that we had never played on. So
it was
so
fun.
they got used to it. They just got used to it a little
Just
too late.
a little too late. They were good though. They were good.
They
They'll
put up
be
a good fight. They fought to the end. Just the stars weren't aligned. But
and they were playing against almost professionals.
yeah.
I'm gonna say that they're wrestling professionals.
Well, I'm going to say that the other 3 teams
They
also
play
play
year-round.
year round,
Yeah, that's
which
what I'm
is
saying.
not.
the year round. They play
But-
year round, and our girls.
But
do
they
not.
get around it by going to club. So their team plays club in the fall, and then their team comes back and plays spring, which is brilliant. Why
Yeah.
not do it if you can?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a great sport. So
and the other ones don't.
highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
Most-
Put your daughter
Most
into
of
that.
ours play soccer. So
Yeah.
they play soccer, and then they play flag, which
And track and field and
so,
basketball.
And
our
basketball. Yeah,
team.
that's right. Yeah.
Our team.
So anyway, so
But
yeah,
we're a
we've been
scrappy little
busy.
group of hillbilly girls, and we made it all the way to the Final Four.
And I feel like it was we had
Me.
something to do with it.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Is
me.
it Colleen didn't change your underwear for 4 weeks?
I know. That's the hard part. And I felt like I had to yell
Yeah.
at
You
to
and you
get
did.
the quarterback, because if I didn't, and you had to yell like intercept,
I
so
had to.
and to pick six. It's a fun sport. It's so much more fun.
Did you now? Were we going to tell a story about mom, or
We could do Mom. What do you think?
I was gonna say one about dad, just because I've been working in the hospital, and it just keeps running in my mind.
Only imagine.
Not that one, but the other one. It's just because it is one that I think Ebel had talked about too. It was his favorite story, and it just because of the situation. So when Dad had his heart attack, he's 60. I think he was 60 or 61.
First one or
First
second
heart
one?
attack.
First one's, yeah. Okay.
And we went down to see him, me and my husband, and we're both medical. And so he's sitting there talking to my dad. He's like, well, what did it feel like? I mean, he goes, my dad's sitting in the thing, and he goes, well, best I can equate it to the pain is that one time when I was I was hunting with Uncle Eddie. We're hunting, and I was on the airboat, and there was a buck running alongside of the airboat, and for some reason I decided to jump on the buck's back. And he said, and it just, you're going 40 miles an hour. He said, I didn't think of that. And he said, my chest hit it. And he said, took the wind right out of me, and I rolled off of it, and I didn't breathe for 2 minutes. He said, it hurt so bad. He said, felt like that. And I went, that's a funny story. I said, well, that's all right. That's a bad thing.
Airboat hunting.
Airboat
How awesome is that?
Yeah. And he decided it was a good idea to jump on a buck.
I'm guessing they didn't get the buck.
No, he did not get the buck.
And why not
They
shoot it first?
They had to go back and get him, and I got it. Wasn't one of those watery years, But yeah,
That airboat was awesome.
Probably had a nice painted flag on it.
My dad put us up front when we first did it, and put all the kids up front. And I don't know if anybody's ever ridden an airboat before, but you get whipped by the reeds, and it hurts like the dickens. Hence,
It'll take
sit
skin.
the second row back.
It'll take skin off. That's why the kids go up front.
Yeah,
That's why the men got those high chairs, and you're the moron sitting down there. But anyway,
the front seat is not the best seat.
I don't believe they were going that fast when we were in the boat, but that's fine.
It hurt.
I think we took, I don't know, but I think I remember at some point taking an airboat ride with the Mikasukis. Am I saying that right? Mikasuki? I think when we were pretty young, and I think we did go out and do that. And I think my dad was upset because they did not go fast.
Yeah.
Took us tourists.
I think we probably wanted
think
to
he
and talked
wanted
him
to.
into it.
I don't know. I don't know. Mom was there.
I remember Everglades, and I remember dragging a gun behind me, like holding the tip of the gun and just pulling the butt.
It was big.
Even
the little 20.
We'd go down and I remember stopping so Dad and we could shoot a snake. I think he shot it first, killed it, and then let us shoot at it. But I remember it being too big for me to hold, so I just dragged it.
Yeah, I remember Helen shooting. She was pretty good at shooting. And then I remember
Mom was excellent.
Yeah, Mom was good.
My mom, that little brown thing, she was good at pool.
Yeah.
She was good at pinball. She was good at the computer. I swear she was FBI. She'd walk in and she'd be like 2 different computers. And
she was good.
She's a sharpshooter. She would have been an excellent FBI agent because nobody. It would
How do you know she wasn't?
It's like Melissa McCarthy in Spy.
Yes.
That lady in polyester and a polyester Sears shirt walking through. You've never known with her Pollock nose, her big bulbous Linda Evangelista nose.
Oh my God! Yeah.
You're not drinking.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm like almost done. Look at that.
Good. But yeah, the Everglades was fun. Until I remember one of the last times we went, Dad was like, "Let's go." It was they had machine guns.
Yeah, you can't. Got too crowded. It got small. I think it got small.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be nice and say it got small.
Well, okay, here's a dad story from the Everglades. When he was young, I don't know how old he was. Maybe you, but he would ride his bike to the Everglades. Then they would, when he'd get there, he'd throw his bike into the lake, and it was fresh water, so
right.
it didn't rust his bike or anything like that.
It's just swamp. It's
Yeah.
not a lake.
So just swamp, whatever. He'd throw it in there, and then he'd go hunting or whatever. Well, this time he was cutting wood with axe, and somehow he cut his fingers off, but only he had 2 little pieces of skin, he said, and so then he took his shirt off, wrapped his hand, put his fingers in it. Did he grab ice? He just
No.
wrapped his hand up. Then he dove and got his bike out, rode his bike to the hospital,
It was far.
which I'm thinking was far. I don't know how far because
he
the
probably only-
Everglades kept getting smaller as years
he
would go
probably
by.
it was probably just past Velvet Cream. That's where it started. Because I remember that we
so by
drive out.
UM.
No, if you take out 8th Street and you go all the way past 8th Street or
Oh,
1st
okay.
Street, either one of those, the Velvet Cream. Remember the where we're buried cemetery, the cemetery, and then you just past that, and there's Velvet Cream, and then just past that was probably where the Everglades started.
Okay.
So
So he rode
was
all the way.
still that's far.
Yeah, he rode all the way to the
That's far.
hospital, and then
It's
they
gotta be
gave
5
him
miles.
a piece of paper that said they asked him to sign it, and he asked what it was for, and they said, "Well, so we can amputate your fingers." And he said, "Well, I didn't come all the way to amputate my fingers. I came for you to fix it." And she goes, "I'm not signing it. Figure out a way of fixing it." So they did. They took ligaments out of his leg and put it in his fingers, and he had like little Frankenstein scars around the 2 fingers, and for the rest of his life. But he
It
was able to
worked.
work them.
It worked. They were
Uh,
pretty good. That guy, whoever that did that, didn't get credit.
Yeah.
He should have gotten credit. Pretty good.
Was that? I mean, what was he
So-
like 15 or?
No, it had been before he was 15. 'Cause he started driving
Oh,
at
that's
15.
right.
Dad died when he was 14.
And his mom couldn't drive, so he
He started driving
got
at 14.
he got the okay to get a driver's license at that
That's
young.
sure. It was an okay. He just did it. People just did it. You knew the cops. The cops knew.
Your situation.
You've got 12. You got 6 kids. Mom's
6
got
siblings.
6 kids.
The
you
mother
know?
doesn't
Yeah.
drive. Somebody's got to go get the food.
Yeah. But
But-
so
All
yeah.
right, so
that's a
do
good
a
one.
mom story.
Yeah, you can. I feel like the egg one is the one now. That's such a good aim.
Oh, well, we could do that.
Halloween.
Okay,
but-
so mom would take, but she didn't. Did she take you guys for shooting ever?
Yeah, she was walking you guys, and we were
I know, it
half.
was-
We were with the crowd. We were just walking with.
She was walking with. It was me, Dan,
It was a bunch of
Sean
kids.
Prager, and
A
Mrs. Prager.
And I think there was Rohan, and I was there, and Helen was there. I don't know.
I don't know. So a car
Run
drove
amok.
by.
This was in the 70s, so it was a little later. And
They were Spanish speaking,
they-
correct?
They were. It was a car full of boys, teenage boys, and they were deciding to egg people. So they threw. Out the car comes this egg, and my mom's got one little darling on, here, and she just grabs it.
Caught the fucking
She
egg.
got it, and then she threw it right back, like as it's a moving car.
Yeah,
And we were like, wow,
and
that
she
was
got
pretty
it
cool.
in the dash on the inside of the car.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
And we just continued on.
Yeah. I mean, not even a round of
it?
applause for
No.
her. It was just like it was
No,
an everyday
everybody-
occurrence for the FBI agent, Nanny
Yeah,
Fran.
no, we were just okay. That's fine.
Pearl Jam. Yeah, you got to watch those short, fat ones. And it got good aim. All right, so
that's
we're
it.
going to stick to that, or are we going to go?
No, that's good. I tell you what, I do have news
Oh, wait.
because I want
June
to tell
5th.
you.
June 5th is like going to be 10,000 earthquakes, by the way. You're supposed to get your Diet Coke because it's supposed to be the end of the world or something. Okay, so what's
I
your
don't
news?
know what to do I don't know what to do
Diet
for
Coke.
10,000 earthquakes.
Diet Coke.
Do you move? Do you not move? It's not like in its apocalypse. It's not like it's, I mean, it's not like, I mean,
Well, I don't think
it's,
there'll be a tsunami, right?
no, I don't know. It depends where they are.
But
You're
earthquakes.
supposed to keep moving or
Are
not
these
keep moving.
These are hurricane proof, but not earthquake.
Oh, those are not. That's on
Earthquake
it's on the
proof.
list. None of Florida is earthquake proof. That's like LA.
So we get under the desk.
Okay. Sure.
You get under the desk. I don't know where I'm.
We'll both fit under there.
Now I'm trying to figure out in my house where I'm.
I think you go outside still for earthquakes. Even in LA, don't you go outside for earthquakes?
No, you ran outside
Naked. I
Yeah.
was naked.
with a remote. Or no, that was Victoria. That was Victoria.
I
She
think-
always had the remote in her hand.
I think I had the phone from the bedside. I don't know. I was just coming home from
I think
work.
you
I was just coming home from work. At work.
All right. So what's your news?
Well, no, I mean, there's news out there that we should discuss.
Mm.
And I thought,
I'm
well,
so
we can do
excited.
that. I know, right? Let me see what this is. These are like what's been happening in Florida. I don't know. Go with
Holy
that.
hell!
Wait, let me see. Let me see if I can do this. Because we haven't done this in a long time. So I'm like, all right. Will it show? Oh,
That's
it's not
brilliant.
good.
I want it shot.
Because I haven't done it. And it's just every once in a while. All right. Well, I'll put it up there anyway. I'll put it up there. I'm going to take it off and I'll just put it up there. But right here. So Florida man gets tired of waiting at the hospital and steals the ambulance and drives home. I'm like, who cannot relate to that? Right?
Stinking brilliant.
Yeah. He looks like he got
why
tired.
is he going home? Like
He-
he's sick of waiting. How did he get there?
Surprisingly, a lot of people drive to the hospital on their own.
Yeah, but then why is he stealing an ambulance? Oh, he must have taken a bus. or
I'm just
something,
going to say, since almost every patient I have is
but drunk.
drunk of some sort.
And he looks like he's had a night.
So-
But brilliant.
But yeah, I
Well
mean,
done. Do you get? I mean,
that
what-
makes sense, right?
Do you get fined for that, or do you get arrested for that?
I think he's spending some time. There's just,
I think he might be under the influence too while
Yeah.
he's driving that ambulance. But I definitely, if you're going to go to jail, you might. Holy hell! You might as well put the sirens on and have a good ride home.
I'm gonna
So-
say, I'm gonna have to put him up here because
What
I'm
is
just
this?
gonna stop.
Are we jihading?
This is, I don't know, but look at that. Florida man slaps woman with slice of pizza during an argument. He went to jail for that? You can go to jail for that? That
I
seems
wanna
like
see
that's.
it. I want the cam.
No.
You know they've got cam, the police cam. We need to see that.
Isn't there a game you use a pita? Isn't that close enough? Can't
It's
you
like a
just,
tortilla.
as a defense, be like, I'm sorry, I thought I was holding
Doing
a
a
pita.
TikTok
I had
challenge.
a pita. I thought it was a pita.
He is
Although,
scary looking.
I think,
though.
yeah, I think
I
he might
think
be
there
a
might
little-
have been a
might
little more
have-
going on than just the pizza.
Yeah.
I think there might have been a slab of iron. A slab of iron in that pizza. I don't even know what's going on right there.
So,
I don't know what's going on right
so
there.
Florida man 37 arrested for kidnapping 27 people and forcing them to play Yahtzee for 36 hours straight.
I just want to know, does he look like an Oompa Loompa to anybody else? Well, now he's black. You know, gingers are the new black, right? Everybody knows that they've been taken on by the African American population as the new black.
What part of Florida was that?
I think it was nationwide.
No,
If
I
you're-
know, but I mean, this
I know.
thing-
Where is this? This
And
is
how do
Oompa
you
Loompa.
kidnap? He's really successful that you can kidnap 27 people. I have to say that's a commitment.
and forcing them to play Yahtzee.
I don't
'Cause-
know how to play Yahtzee. I would be like, you have to let me go. I don't know how to play. And if you are kidnapped, do you just let him win? You just let him win, right?
Mm,
I would let him win. I'd be like,
Well, it depends if he lets
Yahtzee.
you go. If
can
he
you,
lets
ima-
you go,
can you imagine if you
win.
go like this, Yahtzee, and then he
That
loses
would
his shit?
That is some scary Children of the Corn stuff. I mean, that Malachi.
I don't know. I think that's got to be. You think they like put a filter on that? That's got to be maybe a filter.
That is
That's pretty funny.
horrifying.
I don't even know what this one is. Oh, Thong-wearing Florida man arrested while building a shed with garbage on stranger's property.
Okay, wait.
How do you
there's so
write
much
that
here.
up? How do you write that report?
Thong wearing. Okay, you know what? Whoever wrote this is brilliant, because if you wrote that wrongly, like Florida man with thong, like
Thong-wearing.
thong wearing Florida man arrested while building shed with garbage, not a garbage shed. This is how I'm gonna die, is on spit. I'm gonna tell you right now. Breathe through your nose. On stranger's property.
Is there a checkbox on all of the cop arrest things for thong and no thong?
Bingo! It's bingo!
Is there that many? Is there that many
Thong.
thong-wearing guys in Florida?
Wearing
Or
Florida
is
man
that the
arrested while
identifying? That's
building
the
a shed.
identifying.
So he was wearing a thong while building this shed of garbage on
I don't know.
private property.
I don't know. I don't know.
But see, they didn't even say private property. They were brilliant enough to say stranger's property, so you knew he did not belong. He doesn't look like he'd wear a thong at first glance. I'm gonna say it.
He does look a little uncomfortable.
Oh yeah. Nobody probably told him how to pick it out. Well, especially when you're building.
Well, that's all the Florida news, but I was like, what other? It made me think. I go, because I just looked up what was happening in Florida.
And that's what came.
And then I'm like, well, there's got to be other better news in the world, right? There was. No. Wienermobile races. It's called the Weenie 500. We missed it.
Where is it at?
Minneapolis. Because, they're having the thing. So I
What's
guess
the thing?
they're having the 500, the Indianapolis 500.
Oh.
So I guess they're having the
Is that in
the
Minneapolis?
Weenie 5. I guess so, because it's called the
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
I thought that was Indiana.
It is in Indiana. Indianapolis, Indiana, isn't
Well, you
it?
said this is Minneapolis.
Oh, because I'm drunk.
You're trying to confuse me. I was like, wait, what?
Well, you say that. Weenie 500 in Indianapolis.
Weenie 5. That is something we need to go to. I think when the kids get out of the house.
How many? I want to know how many there are.
How many Weenie mobiles?
Yeah, it didn't say.
Now, are they all Oscar Myers, or are they like anybody can enter? Maybe this is something.
Maybe Florida Man can start that. I don't know. Maybe we might need that. Look it up. Florida Man games. Maybe we need weenie races.
We had a
but it might mean
race,
something. It might mean something different in Florida. It'd be thong weenie races.
Why would they do it there? Like, why are they? Is that the home of weenies? But
Meat
Indiana's where the 500 is. Minneapolis.
No, Indianapolis.
Okay, so where's the weenie race at?
It's okay. The Wienermobiles compete in Indianapolis.
Okay.
Indiana.
Why did you say Minneapolis?
I think you heard that.
Oh,
We'll have to review it
Could
and see
be.
which one of us is.
I got
To
an
shits to the wind.
function. Got to finger it out.
I don't know. It could be. I don't know. It's one of us. One of us is screwed up. And then the other one I loved was, I think this was unfair. And I think this is where society is going wrong. A panda wins Palm Dog Award at Cannes. So a panda, which is not a dog,
Not a dog.
wins the Palm Dog Award at the film festival in Cannes. Does that sound right to you? I think somebody should hold up a sign. I'm not sure what the sign should read.
Wait, Cannes is a film festival.
Evidently,
So
they
is
also have a Palm Dog Award that is at Cannes, but I don't know if it's at the same time. But does say at the Cannes Film Festival. I can't speak. It was a good drink. You think that's
Panda.
right? A panda. It's close, but no cigar. Right?
No,
They're cute.
because we're doing then it should be the Panda Award.
They're huge
I'm a
too.
pure-
Are pandas big?
I'm a purist. If it's
Yeah.
for pandas, then they
I mean, if it's a dog that's like shaved
looks like
or
a panda. Yeah.
then they should win every award. Yeah. Okay, how about this? You want to say what that is? Because I'm not sure. I want to say it.
Capuchin?
Yeah. Capuchin monkeys. They kidnapped howler monkey babies.
Oh, the howler monkey
Yeah,
babies?
they did. But listen to this. This is where I was like, this is sort of fun. Researchers have observed young male capuchin monkeys kidnapping the babies of nearby howler monkeys. The motive behind the behavior
There's a
remains
motive.
unclear.
Oh, of course.
They want to know
The
whether
monkeys never said.
they're speculating that it might be due to boredom or social dynamics.
I was thinking of getting howler monkeys myself, so I can tell you right now it's from boredom.
It's not from coochie studies. Is that
no,
too many
no
coochie-
vaginal.
no vaginal studies?
No vaginal studies.
I need myself a howler.
A howler monkey will solve everything. Who writes this? Like, he's brilliant. Or she.
I think they're, yeah. I don't know. Cow survives 11-mile journey via floodwaters. In Australia, a cow was found alive on a beach after being carried approximately, that's who can specifically,
He was
11
carried?
miles by floodwaters. The cow was
Carried.
washed
Oh, okay.
away by floodwaters. It
I'm
survived.
thinking it just floated. I don't think there's much walking. I'm gonna say right now.
But it walked back home. It was a miracle.
Yes.
Nobody will be able to eat that cow now.
Sacred.
Its owner is very happy.
Yes.
That's important stuff that's going on in the world today.
Howler monkeys.
And you are sitting here worried about 10,000 earthquakes.
Well, I'm not worried about it. I just want my Diet Coke. I want to make sure I'm prepared for things. So I put it in my calendar every time somebody comes across and says the end of the world's happening. I'm like, okay,
Get
end of the world, June 5th.
4th.
I put a reminder 2 days before and a week before. That way I get
So-
Diet Coke on one of those 2 reminders.
So you don't think that Diet Coke has got you and every other Diet Coke person when their sales go down? TikTok starts announcing
Oh, that'd be awesome.
new.
That would be brilliant.
Yeah, I would do that. I mean, that's a good use of technology.
Use of technology.
Yeah,
Because I mean, it's well, I mean, you get Pop-Tarts. you
not
get your-
anymore.
Yeah, Pop-Tarts have gone awry.
I'm hoping
Summer sausage, biscuits,
no.
and Diet Coke.
I will be just a hangry bitch.
And sweet and
nothing
salty
anymore.
peanut bars.
You know what? I think I always do, which is really funny, is I
Survival.
always go, well, if I got a jar of peanut butter, I can just stick my finger in it when I get too bad. But Diet Coke, I gotta have Diet Coke. I admit it. I have to have it. And then oil, because I'll just fry anything up. I don't care. I can almost eat anything if you fry it. That's like the cracker in me. I'll just be like, go out and get myself a palm frond and fry it up.
Well, see, I got Crisco so that I
Yeah.
could, like, put the candle in. It would last forever. I'm not planning on cooking. If the end of the world's coming, I'm not cooking shit.
So see,
Sorry.
so like
I'm
we've
sorry, I'm gonna be
invited,
like, kids, there's no more food because this all needs to be cooked.
we've invited everybody here. We better be cooking. I
I
mean,
think that's when the neighbors come in to play.
they got to bring their own food.
No, we'll have shit here, but I'm not cooking. You know how hot it's gonna be with no air conditioners if it ain't happening. I mean, I don't mind a barbecue. I don't want to be deep fried.
Well, it will be deep fried on the barbecue. That's how you got to do it.
Barbecue.
You just put the pan on there, you throw some oil, and
Oh, you mean like just fry?
yeah, fry.
All right, we can do that.
I figure I can.
But
eat
I'm not
anything.
going out and
not gonna
buying
eat a
like
lot.
pork chops or anything. Like it's the end of it's the end of the world. Taking peanut bars, Diet Coke. Fuck the water. It's the fucking water. I got my little straw. If I need it that badly, I will do the straw in a puddle.
Mosquitoes are going to be bad this year. I think. Already got some.
They don't like my blood.
No, they don't like mine either, but they bother me. The
They don't bother me one bit. I'm too salty or something.
Oh.
Too salty.
Poison. Your blood is poison. All
Yeah,
right.
it's a Diet Coke.
It is.
President likes to do so. They don't go out of way. We keep him around. But
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think of that.
yeah. But he does have to get the price down. I've already DM'd him.
Well,
I'm like,
you need
"Dear
that
Mr.
lady
President."
that's in charge of that. I don't. Or she's in. Got the lady that's in charge of the food.
Agriculture?
Yeah.
Oh, do I need to write her? I'll be
Yes,
him.
I would do
My
her.
kids are embarrassed that I DM people. Me,
Well-
not so much. I DM people all the time. I'm like, "Hi, Mr. President, you need to bring the price of Diet Coke down." Who else did I DM? I think Henry Cavill. I'm like, Henry Cavill, you know, like
Henry.
whoever comes in, like if there's a problem and it's them, I go straight to them. Why go into anybody else? You know, somebody does good, like, you know, on my story, I congratulated Anderson .Paak for making our first summer jam song.
Nice. Have I heard it?
No, but it's awesome.
Listen.
The best one since Vinx. I'm just gonna say it right now. And Vinx is in like the 1990s, but it just oozes summer. And it's Anderson .Paak who did it, and I love him. A little silk song. So cutie patootie.
All right, and I think we did spend one weekend. We did a movie. We've been doing things, so that's fine.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah,
I don't know. What would you rate it? It's not a 10 out of 10.
it was fun.
I give it about 8, I think.
You know what? I'm kind of easy. I'm an easily.
And it went well with popcorn. It went
Yeah,
really
I'm
well with popcorn.
easily entertained. I don't need
I
it to
like
be right, and give me a laugh or two, and I'm happy.
Yeah. I liked it.
It was good.
I liked it.
And the movies have sucked, so anything that's just good is great.
I do want to see that Henry Cavill movie again, that Gentleman one.
Oh, it's on.
That was good.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that. But
He's delish.
why would anybody get rid of him as Superman? He's perfect.
Yeah.
Why would you get rid of Wonder Woman? She's
Yeah.
perfect.
So
She's still
pretty.
viable. She could still move.
So-
like, take it. Like, you know, Mission Impossible. He's like 80. Okay,
He
he's
looks-
still going. He looks 80. People
But I
are
mean,
still
it's
doing
okay.
it.
It's okay.
James Bond. You know, they rode that to the horse to the end. Nobody cared. Everybody was like, hurrah. Can we do that with man?
Yeah.
Why do we have to change Wonder Woman? She's perfect. Get it.
You know what? They're not hurting.
A
I
new
think they're fine.
Spider-Man, like every 4 years. You're like,
Oh.
why? Stop it.
That's okay. That's all right. Whatever. You guys do what you want to do.
Although
Go
I do
broke.
like
I
the
don't care.
new the reporter.
Oh, Lois Lane.
Yes, I do like the new.
I don't even know who it is. I couldn't tell you. I don't know any of the new people. I don't know their names. I know they're like they are when I saw it because I'll be like, oh, she was that same one, and I'll be like,
But
just
Henry
interesting.
Cavill would have been great with the super dog.
I would have loved to have seen that,
They messed up.
but they would.
James Gunn,
but
you messed up.
do you
I'm
know
telling
what?
you right now, you're ruining it.
I can't see him with that dog. Like it would have had to have been more
Like
of a fierce dog.
Yeah, a bigger dog.
Like not
Like a shepherd.
yeah. This was
It's almost like
That's
a terrier.
silly. That's like a cartoon dog.
Yeah, I think it was probably AI.
Yeah. What's an AI?
I don't know. I'm liking
yeah.
AI. I'm gonna have to say.
I like
I
AI.
like AI.
I like it.
She loves
I
AI.
love AI.
She can't exist. I think
No.
AI is your new boyfriend.
Chat GPT does everything.
Yeah. I think you should call it
Nice.
Chad
Chad.
GPT.
No, if I had a kid, it would be named Chat. It would be because that's just where I'm at. I don't.
He never
need-
talks back. He gives you all the right answers. If you need directions,
Oh,
he
it
will
gave
give
me
you the
sass.
directions.
It gave me sass the other
Oh,
day.
Really, you've been on it a lot. then.
Oh, no. Because so usually I ask stupid questions. And I was actually asking a serious question, something about news, something about a law that I think that I was just curious at. And it gave me a made up sassy answer. Like, I was like, no, give me the truth. Oh, you want a truth now? Okay, let me see. I was like,
it's figured.
and then
out
I don't believe anything it tells me for the rest of the day. I'd be like, damn it, I've only got 2 seconds to fine. So then I had to go back and be like, now I don't want you always to give me sass. Sometimes I need the truth and not just made up stuff that makes me laugh.
I'm gonna have to have that same conversation with my daughter.
I love her. She's
I
so
don't
funny.
always want you to give me
She's-
sass and make me cry.
She's so funny. She cracks me
She's
up.
harsh.
I don't know how you take it all the time. She would
She's
make me
harsh.
cry.
She's harsh. I had to call it out the other day. I was like, don't
She
be
would make
mean
me
to
cry.
me.
She would make me cry.
Yeah, she's harsh.
good. She's good. And she'd be like this. She'd be like, it's like she gives you the fierce eyes, you know, and she'll give you something back, you know, like,
Yeah, like a
something
command.
back. And then she's just like, you're like, oh,
She's hard.
that's pretty funny. I'm sitting here like this watching, going,
It's funny after.
and I'll be like, I don't know how she takes
It's
it.
horrifying.
It's scary. So scary.
It's horrifying.
I don't know why she doesn't have a boyfriend, but anyway. All right.
All right, we're calling it.
Yeah. Fast. Done.
Done.
That's it.